All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to our Membership 101. I am Christina Slayback. I'm the Executive Director of the Evansville Area Chamber of Commerce. And I am going to be giving some information about the Chamber. I'm also going to be talking through some of the member benefits that we offer through the Chamber, and then answering any questions that you have. So just to give you some background information, the Evansville Area Chamber of Commerce is about 50 years old. I am the Executive Director. I work part-time, and we also have an assistant that works part-time as well. We have a board of directors of 12 volunteer board of directors that are voting members. We have a working board. So all of our board members are active on our committees, are helping with strategic planning for the organization, really involved in all processes of the chamber. We wouldn't be able to function if it wasn't for our board and our volunteers. We have several committees that are available or that are work within the chamber as well, in addition to the board of directors, which we do several community events. So we have committees that work with those. We also have several working committees that'll meet monthly. We're working to get our ambassador committee up and going again. They were really active, and then with COVID, kind of fell down a little bit. They work mainly on networking and working with the 505s and like getting out into the community with our members, and they just weren't able to do that with that. So we're kind of working on getting that up and going again. And then we have some, more ad hoc strategic committees as well. We have about 110, 120 members for the Evansville Chamber. We are funded about 50% by dues. So our membership dues go for the funding for that. And then the other half of our funding comes from our fundraising activities that we do, our community events. And then we do have some partnerships with some of the local community organizations where we might get some stipends or things for activities that we do for the community. We do work closely with the city of Evansville. So we serve on the Economic Development Committee as an ex officio. I serve on that committee. And then we also serve on the Tourism Committee. I serve on the Tourism Committee as a voting member on tourism. And we do that to make sure. So the mission of the Evansville Chamber is really to help support our businesses, to promote the businesses, but also to have a thriving community. So we work closely with the school district, we work closely with the city of Evansville, and really try to all be cohesive and on the same page and have open lines of communication so we can work together to make the overall community a really engaging, thriving community. We also do partner with several outside organizations within the county as well as the state. So Rock County Economic Development, Madison Area Regional Economic Development, Wisconsin Department of Tourism. We work with the SBA and small business development centers and all of that stuff. And that's really to maintain those partnerships because we serve as a unified voice for business for the members. So we want to make sure that we're keeping our membership informed on things that might be coming up. If there's programs, grants, or abilities for businesses to take advantage of, or if there's legislation that comes up that might be an impact to businesses, we want to make sure that we're having those lines of communication down to the businesses, and then also communicating with you so that we can make any recommendations or give any info back to the people that are making those decisions. If there's programs we'd like to see, or if something that's coming up would negatively affect business and we're hearing that from our businesses, then we also communicate that back to our representatives. To go over some of the things that we do. So the Evansville Chamber of Commerce, again, our real focus is for the businesses. So we do a variety of community events. So we do our ladies' night out, we do our old-fashioned Christmas, we have golf outing, we have a bowling tournament coming up this weekend. We do several events throughout the year. But their primary focus is to bring people to the community and to really showcase the businesses that are in the community, or to bring our members together so that you guys can kind of talk, network, make those connections. So our ladies' night out and our old-fashioned Christmas are really designed to bring people in, or if there's people in the community that maybe commute up to Dane County or down into Janesville or Beloit, and might not spend as much time in Evansville and really frequenting the local businesses, gives them another opportunity to kind of come out and check out and see what Evansville has to offer, so that hopefully they'll frequent them more often. We do a number of activities and promotional opportunities for our business. So one of the ways that we are able to get information out about our businesses, we have our website, which I'll walk us through in a little bit, because you guys should all have logins for that. And we get a lot of traffic to our website. It's usually about 100,000 hits a year. To our website, business directory, and our calendar. And then we also utilize social media a lot. So we use our Facebook pages, our Facebook group, and again, I'll walk through all of that stuff. Some of the other items that we have for our members. So as a member of the chamber, you can pay your dues, you can be listed on our directories, you can have your information put out in our e-blast, and that can be it, if that's what you choose. But we also offer opportunities for educational type things. So things like this, where we're coming in and we're kind of giving information about different topics. So in the past, we've done things on social media or project planning. We've brought in information from like small business development centers on like loans, or when we had all the information about tax implications of the PPP and the EIDL and all of that stuff, we would bring in people on those topics. So we really just try to listen to our businesses and see what you guys are looking for and what you would find helpful. And then creating and developing, making those connections so we can bring in people on those topics. And then the after hours activities, we are hoping to ramp up. So we did have to cancel our New Year's mixer in January. We were just getting some feedback from the community that they weren't quite ready. It was right after the holidays to do that, but we are looking to reschedule that hopefully in March here. So you should be getting more information on that for our bingo mixer. And then after that, we are, like I said, the ambassador committee has started to brainstorm and plan, and they are looking to contact businesses to see if businesses are interested in doing those after-hour mixers again, which are our 505 events. So it's just kind of an opportunity to kind of network, communicate, and have a more of an informal way to meet other businesses in the community. We do put together new resident bags, or our welcome bags. So you'll periodically see through our e-blast. So we do e-blasts every week on Fridays. You should be getting an e-blast. If you are not, then contact us and we'll go in and check in the settings to make sure that you're not flagged or something that it's spam. But we send out our e-blasts on Fridays. And so sometimes in there you might see a request for information for our welcome bags. Stone Hospital, I know that you guys are really good about getting information over to us for that. And what we do for that is we put together, it's kind of like what used to be the welcome wagons, where you just kind of bring in a bunch of information about local businesses when people are new to town. And then we put together bags of the information, and then we just bring them into it and just, welcome them to town and letting them know about what's going on. So as a member, you are each welcome to provide items. Some will provide gift certificates or little promo items, flyers, brochures, coupons, discounts, whatever the businesses want to offer to these new residents. And then we work with the local realtors. So Robin and other ones in town, Randy, if you're interested in that as well. And then we'll contact the local realtors, and we also work with the city. So if people are coming in to get their water and light hooked up, going into the city for that, then we contact with them. And then we just give them however many welcome bags that they need. And then we usually will contact them about once a month over the summer, because summer is typically busier, and then a little bit less often in the winter, just because it's not as busy, to be able to distribute those to their customers or to the new people in town. We used to be able to go door to door and just drop them off. We'd get a list, but due to the privacy things, we're not able to do that anymore. So one of the other items that we do for businesses, so if there's new businesses to town, or if they have a renovation or something that they're doing and they want to do a ribbon cutting event, then we will put those together. We are still hoping to contact some of the businesses that weren't able to get them due to the shutdowns, and then we just didn't do them for a while. So there's still quite a few businesses in town that haven't gotten them. So I'm hoping to convince them to do like an anniversary celebration or something, just so that we can still acknowledge and recognize them as new businesses here in town. We have our Chamber Bucks, which is a local gift certificate shopping program. And you'll notice a lot of our stuff is branded with this Love Local. So that's really been our push, is like support the local businesses. We really did a big push for that in 2020 and 2021. And we're continuing on that theme of this Love Local and really support the local community. So Chamber Bucks is one option for doing that. So a lot of times businesses will use it as like an employee recognition. People can come in and buy it for gifts for their relatives or their customers or employees. And what it is just local gift certificates. We do them in $5, $10, and $20 denominations, and those can be used in any of our member businesses. And we have a list that we give them. We also give them a link to our online directory so that they can go through and go by category if they want to find where they want to use those, but they can be used at over 100 locations. We do our community guide. So that's the next thing that'll be coming out. It's supposed to be coming out at the end of March. So you might have seen some information coming out about the deadline for the free listing for the community guide. So all of our members that are in good standing at the end of March are automatically listed in our printed community guide. And that is distributed and created through the Unified News Group. And we get that. They actually distribute that through their Great Danes. So it goes out to, I want to say, over 3,000 home addresses in their Great Dane at the end of March. And then we also get a few thousand copies in our office that we distribute locally and then through the state. Again, if your business is interested in having some copies of that, it has city information, school district information, a calendar of events, our business listing, all in the nice printed community guide for it. So we can get that information to you guys, or we do that annually. So it usually starts going out the end of the year and into early January is when we're putting information in. Okay, are there questions on any of that stuff right now? Okay, then I'm going to move over and I'm actually going to share my screen so you guys can kind of see. I'm going to walk you through our website and our calendar of our opportunities that we have in there. And like I said, you guys should have a member login, so I'll kind of walk you through that. There is a video in the email that got sent with the member login of exactly how you go in and how to go in and add it. So I'm not going to go through every little bit of it, but I'm going to kind of show you the areas that you have opportunities to be able to upgrade or update your information and be able to put that on there. So yeah, 1 second. All right, can you guys see my screen? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, so this is our Evansville Area Chamber of Commerce website. On here, we have quick links to the community guide. So right now, this is the last year's community guide because we won't get our next one until the new printing is underway. We have opportunities for job openings, our member benefits, chamber events, and then we have a listing to our full upcoming calendar, recent news items, and then a link to our Facebook page. And then down here, we have our Chairman's Circle members. So with our membership, we have a base level membership, which gets you access to all of the normal membership things, all the things that I had talked about, all the things we'll go over here. The Chairman's Club has a little bit of enhanced opportunities for that. So it has a logo and a description that you can include in there. You can include a couple more links and taglines onto your listing in the community guide as well as in our business directory. It gives you a couple of other spotlights and like promotional visibility opportunities throughout the year that we contact you specifically for. We'll usually spotlight somebody in your organization, or if you want to just do something about your organization specifically, and we kind of work with you on how you want to have that additional spotlight. It's for those businesses that want to just have a bigger impact in the community, want to have a little bit higher level of visibility on our information. We offered that. But again, the base membership does get you access to everything that you normally would. The Chairman's Club is just a little bit higher visibility, just gives you a little bit more options. So when you go onto our website, you can actually go, I'm going to go to our calendar here. So one of the items that you can go into, so if you have a promotion, if you have an open house, if you have some type of community event, and again, Stoughton, you guys are great about getting us your information. You can go in here. You don't even have to be logged in. So that's why I'm going to show you these ones now, and then I'll show you how to do the member login. So anybody in the community can submit, or anybody that comes to our website can submit a community event on this Add Community Event button. And then Once it's approved, it would show up on our website here. It does have the opportunity to just have your different, public chamber event. The categories are a little funny because if you just do chamber, then it doesn't show anything because some of these are public ones or they're networking events. But you do have the option that you can just do categories, or you can just do just any event. Additionally, for the other things that you can just go in and add, your member news, I don't believe you have to be logged in either. You can add a news article. So if you have something going on in your business, if you've gotten a recognition, if you have a new employee, if you have a new service that you're offering, anything that you would send out via press release, like to local news or media, send it over to us too, because we would love to share and spotlight our members. So if you send it over to us, or you can go on yourself and just add a news article, that'll put it on our website. And then we also try to feature those in our e-blasts and then on our social media. This is also where I will typically, Anna or I will go in, and if we're sending information out in the e-blasts about things that are going on in their state, or other information that we're getting from people, we'll usually keep it in here too. So you can see some of the things that will be coming out in this week's e-blast are up on there. So the free of charge business consulting services for UW Small Business Development Center in Rock County. So you can get more information about that. The Entrepreneurial and Small Business Toolkit preparing to roll out with the library system. So as we're getting information, we'll usually try to keep that updated on this news section. We also do share that in the Evansville, Wisconsin businesses Facebook group as we get the information, and then we just compile it for the e-blast at the end of the week. So if you want to keep up to date on things on a more frequent, timely basis, I encourage you to join that Evansville, Wisconsin businesses group, because we'll just update that as we get the info. And then it'll go into whatever the next upcoming e-blast is after it's able to get uploaded on here. So that's an opportunity. We also have jobs. So if you are in HR, or if you have a job opening on your team that you want to include, we have the ability to be able to go in and add jobs. You do have to be logged in for that, so I'll show you in your login. But we have this information that we put out, and then we will also periodically just send out a link to this page, letting people know in the community on our social media that if they're looking for jobs, they can go in and look for local jobs here. And then I'm going to go into the member login, because the other one that is the promotions, and I'll go through that, but I'll go through that in here. So for the member login, when you come in, so it's right at the top corner here. For member login, there is 2 different logins. And again, when you get your email, or when you have your email with your member login information, Kitty and Taylor, I don't think you guys probably have this because I just added you guys the other day. But what you would have is you would have representative logins, and then the primary contact for the business would have the account administrator sign in. So it just gives you a little bit different level of what you have the capability to. So representatives can't go in and change company information, because we want to make sure that the primary person is the only person that can go in and change like the big company information. But you do have a lot of flexibility to be able to add some of that other information, and then you can make edits or changes to your individual information. So for instance, if you have a separate phone number or a separate email or something that you want to have just tied specifically to your representative account, you can go in and make those changes. You just wouldn't be able to change it for the overall listing. So I'm going to go in under this account administrator sign in. That's what is going to be the primary one. And for most of the businesses, this is where they're going to be. I'm just going to sign in here. So this would be for our Evansville Chamber one. You can go in, you can update your address, your listing, emails. You also can go in and do link types. So this isn't an active one. It's just a test one for you guys. It's not actually on our website. So if we did have it on there, though, then we can include our Facebook page. If you have an Instagram, LinkedIn, any of those ones, you can certainly add those in there. The Twitter accounts. I want to make changes. And then it'll prompt you to save. So if you make any changes, it'll prompt you to save those. For representatives, if you have multiple people that you want to be included in your account, you can add those in here under Add New Rep. Again, this is under the member login. If you're under a representative account, you can't add an additional rep. But you can go in and you can add additional people on there if you want them to be able to receive the information, be notified of events or things that are going on. Under basic info too, I do want to put in there, I think that they have a section in there for phone, and then it is whether you want, specify texting preference. This is something we're looking into, and we're just curious how people would be interested, or if people would be interested in it. So we're starting to see if people want to put their information in there, and that might be a service that'll be coming maybe next year if we get enough interest in it. We're just trying to find the best way. So we do social media, but sometimes if you're not on the page all the time, you might miss the posts. We put it out in the e-blast, but not everybody has a chance to go through all their emails all the time. So, but some of our people are saying, I'd love to get like a reminder that there's a networking event or something going on. And if you could just text it to my phone, like that would be easier. So we're getting a couple of interests in there. So we're kind of just testing that out. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let us know, because if we have enough interest, then we'd be looking into possibly adding something like that. You can go into your account and you can put just your account, or so you could look at if you have any open invoices. So if you're sponsoring an event, or if you're attending an event and there was a charge to it, you can go in there and you can actually just pay your invoices. You can also look at your payment history. Your profile here, you can update with a business description, your employees. You can check what kind of business categories you want to be listed under. If you have an ICS designation that you want to add on there, you can add that on there. The groups and committees, this was when we did this, just showing this here because that's what we did when everything went to close down. So we did a separate category for takeout, delivery, and curbside options, so our restaurants could make sure to be listed as a separate option for that. And then the business center, this is going to show you where you can put, or where the information is on your website. So one of the things that I told you we're going to talk about too is the promotions. So on our website, it's under hot deals here. But it's basically just our promotions, or if you have something going on with your business that you want to highlight, specifically a sale or something like that. If you want to offer some kind of a discount for people through this website and you want to do something like that, if they find it through there, you can certainly do that. We have also used it. We don't have a lot of members that are using it a ton right now, but we've gone in and actually created campaigns for it. So you'll see like the small business season, the Love Local this holiday. So we would go in and create a campaign, and then we just contacted all of our businesses over the holidays and just gathered all the information about what they offer, if they were doing anything, and then created separate promotions for each of their businesses. And then that's all linked in there. So we will try, we've done a few of them. We usually do a couple per year of like just trying to gather information from people and creating a promotion, because we actually do see a lot of traffic this way. It's a really great way to get information out there. But I know that businesses are busy, or they don't have something specific, but not everybody knows what you offer either. So it's really nice to be able to have just an easy spot if somebody's like, I just want to support local business, but I don't know where to start, to have that information. So that's with the promotions, and you can go through, so you can see that you can do these actually through your account, and it will link all of it to it. So these are all ones that were linked to the chamber account. So when I do updates and stuff that we just put in for the news, it would link those to it. The job submissions, anything that you are putting on there and linking to your account is going back to your business directory listing. So it's increasing your SEO all the time for that too, which is really great, because even if it's going, you have your own website, having more links going back to that is always going to be better for your business. And if you don't have your own website, this is a really good opportunity for you to still get up in those listings. Or if you have your website that you don't use very often or something like that, and you don't have to do a lot of work for it. It's just mainly when you go into these, it's just, it's kind of like a Word document that you go in and update. So for the promotions, like it just has the fields, and then you just go and create your description in there, the requirements, and then you would hit submit. So these are really good opportunities that we offer with it. When we get the information, we do try to share it on social media. I'm going to go through and show you. Did you guys have questions on the website right now? Okay. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you our social media. So we are really trying to put out a lot of information on our social media as well. So this is that Evansville, Wisconsin businesses group that I told you about. We're at almost 300 members right now. I think that you can go in there as a business, but it definitely, before it was trying to make it just be a personal account that you had to join it with. But this is a private Facebook group, so that means that the information that you put in here isn't available publicly. It's just to the people in the group. But this is where I will drop that information as I get stuff. I might put in questions in there if we have something coming up or we're considering something. So for instance, for Halloween, we talked about, do we want to do a merchant trick or treat? So then I posted in this group just to kind of gauge interest. And it's like, hey, is anybody interested in doing a merchant trick or treat this year? We had a bunch of people that responded that they were. We created an event. That information went out into the e-blast, and then more people could join if they weren't part of the group. But if you're a business, so Robin, say that you were looking for, hey, does anybody have a good accountant? You could post in here or something, and then they'll give each other referrals. Randy, if you said, I'd really love to see Evansville do a lighted holiday parade or something. Is anybody interested in doing that? Or does anybody want to partner with me on this promotion? Or Stoughton Health says, we're doing these community days. We'd really like to promote or get in with some of the local businesses, maybe to have more of an Evansville presence. Is anybody open to doing something or partnering with that? You guys could post that information in there and then have that ability to communicate. So it's another tool, because we know that not everybody has the same schedules. About 80% of our businesses, I think, are 1 to 2 employees, certainly under the 5 employees. A lot of them are just in the business. You can't get away maybe for the lunch and learns, or you can't get away for the after hours if your business is still open. So we want to offer another opportunity for businesses to be able to connect with each other. So this is a way that we found to be able to do that. Businesses will also share promotions or things that are coming up if they think that it's pertinent to the businesses. I also encourage all of our members to send us information. So we go through and we have several administrators for the chamber account that will go through and try to hit each of our members to share something from each of our members at least once a month. But if you have something going on, we have 120 members. Like we can't keep up with everybody's everything. So if there's something specific that you want us to share, if you send it over to us, we will certainly share that. So just the more information that we have, the better we're able to serve you and the better we're able to promote you. So just as a note. So some people put stuff in here. Sometimes they'll share the link that way and just tag me so that I know to share it on there, or they'll message it over, or they can even email it over too, whatever works, but just to try to get us to get the information so we can share it for you. And then we also have, we have several pages that we manage. Our main page is this Evansville Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism. And again, so you can see we share some of our member posts. We do a lot of our events, getting the first initial one. So you might have seen this event for the membership one-on-one come onto our Facebook page first, and then the website page came after that, just because it's easy, and then we get the biggest reach right away. But we do, so you can see upcoming events that are going on. We also try to add any of our member events. So if our members have items or things that are going on, we will share those on there. We have a specific Evansville events page that we manage. So this is a separate page. We know not everybody in the community is I should absolutely follow the Chamber of Commerce because I understand what that is and I am interested in knowing what they're doing. But people might want to know what's going on in Evansville. So we do have a separate Evansville events page that we have where I think we have about 3,000 followers on both of those pages. And I think there's some crossover, but they're kind of different audiences. We'll share any events that are coming up in the community. And this is for any community events that we'll put. If people are sending it over, then we'll include that on there. And then we have separate pages for our Ladies' Night Out, our Old Fashioned Christmas, some of those too, because not everybody realizes those are chamber pages and they might just want information about those specific events. All right. I think I can stop presenting now. Oh, the other membership decals. So you guys will all be getting little decals that you can stick on your businesses showing that you're a chamber member. There's actually been studies done that have shown that people are 30% more likely to buy from a chamber business because they sense that there's that community connection, there's that trust there. Those should be coming out. I haven't received them yet. I'm hoping that we'll get them by the end of the month for everybody to be able to get those out. Some other items that we have coming up. The bingo mixer will be coming in March. We have our bowling tournaments this Friday and Saturday. I think Friday is pretty full, but Saturday might have a couple of extra spots. So if you're interested in bowling and coming down with us, we have those. You can contact the bowling alley directly to sign up. And then for our the vintage shop hop this year, we are not doing our pop-up markets. We've done our pop-up market in the past at the Red Barn as part of that. We just didn't feel like we could accommodate the new times they wanted to and have the vendors be able to be there that whole time and have the amount of people come there to make it worthwhile for them. So we are not doing that, but we are promoting all of our businesses that are participating as part of the vintage shop hop, which is like a northern Illinois to southern Wisconsin. It's got like 900 businesses or something that are part of this shop hop weekend. So we'll be promoting all of that and making flyers for all the businesses that are participating. And then we take a break from events kind of over the summer. The ECP does their 4th of July and all of that. And then we start for our community events. And then we'll start again in August with our golf outing and then our ladies' night, our old-fashioned Christmas. And like I said, you'll probably see some information coming out about opportunities for after hours as we're scheduling that, getting that out there to all of you about those coming up, if we're scheduling those ribbon cuttings. And then we do have some more planned educational opportunities that'll be coming out too. So I think I hit everything I wanted to. Did you guys have other specific items or questions or things that you wanted to chat about? I do encourage. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm still looking for a login, Christina.
Okay. I did send it over to Anna again. I'll checking in with her again today. So I will check in on that and make sure that we get that over to you again. I also would encourage any of you that are interested, or if you know somebody that's interested, we are as strong as the people that are part of the chamber. So we are always looking for people that are interested in getting involved on committees. If you're interested in a board position as those come up, if you want your name in the hat for any of that stuff, please let us know. We would love to have you, or even if you're able to just volunteer at events or something, you don't want to necessarily do a committee commitment, but you're like, I can come down for a couple of hours and help out or something like that. We would love to have you. So, all right, I'm gonna stop the recording and then, yeah, thank you guys for coming. Kitty and Taylor, did you guys get the info that you needed? I know Laura had said that you guys were specifically looking for specific pieces, I think so.
Yeah, I think you covered everything on your website very nicely. So
okay. Yeah, and like I said, they have the video tutorial that'll be coming, or that's in there too. So if you have questions or need anything with getting logged in. Also, I let all of our members know I'm always available and open. So if you want to have a meeting, whether it's in person or a virtual meeting like this, or even just a phone call and say, hey, this is what I want to do with my business. This is how I want to get involved. How can I do this? Like, what's the best way? Or what opportunities do we have that you think might be aligned for me? And then I'm happy to do these one-on-one type things too, and really delve into what's going on with your business so we can make sure that you're getting all the promotions and all of the things that you're looking for. So
I would like that as well, to do a private one, and
yeah.
The text messaging notifications would be awesome, because we're just bombarded with emails all day, every day, and it's hard to keep up. I mean, I might look at something at 11 o'clock at night, but it was meant for 4 hours ago, something like that. So
for sure.
Yeah, definitely texting is awesome. If you guys get that rolling, that would be a big bonus for me. But definitely would like to set up something with you privately to kind of take full advantage of the membership. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll send you an email and then we can set something up.
okay, thanks.
Yeah, and that's good information on text message. I know emails are awful, and we try to keep it just once a week, but then it's like it's all in one, and then if you miss it, so then we'll do sometimes reminder ones about specific things, and then people are like, "I'm getting too many emails." I'm like, "Oh, okay." We gotta find the happy medium. So, yeah, I think the text messaging. I've gotten a few people that are like, "Yeah, I would absolutely want to do that." So, we're looking into it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I just want to thank each of you for coming and taking the time this morning. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your interest in getting more involved in the chamber. We appreciate your contributions and your membership and your involvement and commitment to the community. So, thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Randy, did you have a minute? Oh, no.